what's up, guys? Now I think I'm gonna go over kind of like I think I'm gonna kind of do like a producer cook-up series kind of deal. Like I've seen that around here and there. I think I want to do my own, so I'm gonna do my own, and just kind of make stuff. At first, in these few couple videos, I'm gonna do only FL base, FL native. You know what I mean? So it's only stuff you guys can use or anyone can use that doesn't have all these extra expensive stuff. I don't even have that much extra expensive stuff at this moment. I have, just my hardware and all that, and then Omnisphere Contact, a couple of them, that are kind of like the essentials. But, I don't have waves and all that, hundreds of reverbs and compressors and all this, which I'm working on getting at this. It's a process. It's a little bit at a time, so it's like everything else, you know what I'm saying? You just kind of get better at it. So kind of grow. So let's delete these. I'm gonna start deleting these, and I'm gonna load in I don't even know at all what, like, I don't even know what we're about to make. I just hit record for this video, and we're gonna make something just straight off the top. So let's go to packs. I'm gonna start with the beats. I mean, my bad. I think I'm gonna start with the drums first, and all that, and then we'll do chords and so on and all that. So let's go to drums first. Let's go drums. So it'll go drums, chords. We'll do a little melody maybe, yeah, we'll do a little melody over it. Then we'll put in a bass line, and then we'll kind of mix it and go over it a little, so it won't be too complex. This is still going to be kind of like basic getting into it. So we're still getting into it. So let's keep going. Let's see. I'm going to go to drums and kicks first and just kind of go. Let's see, hold on. Let's go to a different pack. I don't like that pack. I'm gonna go to a different pack. I'm kind of making, look, I want to make this a little different, and I still don't know what I'm making. I don't know what I'm making really, but it's gonna be a rap, trap, hip hop something. I'm not sure yet. I like that one. Let's use that one and see what we can do with it. So I'm gonna just kind of zoom. Let me zoom out in the piano roll, and I'm gonna look for a clap or a kick. I'm gonna go with it. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go with the snare actually. Let's play this in pattern mode and lower our BPM. I want to put it like 110. Alright, I'm just kind of trying to match the sound, again, this is kind of like off the top. This is what, like, what actual producers do. They kind of go along and, mess with it. This is kind of like the experimental stage, I don't know exactly. I don't have the idea in my head, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm just kind of messing around now. I just want to match this to something, and again, we're using all FL sounds, so it's a little bit harder, you know what I'm saying? Because they're all pretty. Alright, I like that one. Alright, sorry about my air conditioner, it's crazy loud, but alright, let me get back to this. I'm gonna clone this, and I'm gonna go into, the second pattern and change it somehow. Yeah, I'm gonna create a little bit different of a vibe. I moved the BPM down a little bit. Turn up the swing so we can kind of get like a more, humanized feel. Let's see how we want it. I just want to hear it. Alright, let's do another, let's clone this again, and you know, change it again. I'm just kind of messing around, going over, and I'm gonna clone this one more time. You know, create like a fourth one. You know, right at the wrap up, and let's kind of change. I like this what I did right here. All right, so let's keep that right here, and let's clone that over and see how that sounds in that pattern. Alright, hold on. Alright, let's get this rolling. Let's keep adding these kicks throughout here like we have them. Or not the kicks, the snares. Let's put them all back right here at this, you know, the start of the third bar, and fill them all in for all those patterns. That's what I did. Alright, now let's fill in the hi-hat. Alright. Let's find one we like. Let's pause that for a second and kinda find one that we like. I like that first one, but I'm gonna keep searching. You know, I'm just kind of still going over, and you know, and just kind of, let's just pick something simple. You know, I'm not gonna go and search for, you know, and make this crazy, but so far I've only used FL Studio Sound. Let's make a new pattern for this pattern 5. We should rename our patterns. Let's do that after we do, you know, all the drums in this, all that stuff. So let's keep this going. Now I'm gonna go to fill each 2 steps and just see how that sounds. I want to see how that sounds. So I want to see how the feels after that. So now you can feel it moving. Alright, there's something off about pattern 3. I want to change it. And I think it's this beat or that note right there. And I want to cut that off. I want to delete that. See what we can do to pattern 4. It sounds like there's too much going on. Let's delete this snare right here. I know I put that in the beginning, but I was just still kind of, you know, this is still the experimental, you know, stage. So, you know, don't worry if we're like deleting stuff that we purposely put in at the beginning. It don't matter. I want that. I think I want it right here. Yeah, that's good. That sounds good. So I've just filled that in right here, the second one right there. So if I'm going a little too fast for you guys, so hopefully I'm not. You know, this is still pretty basic. So let's keep it going. See what we can keep going. Let's fill in. Let's change our hi-hat patterns. You know, let's keep this going. You know, so let's see. Let's clone this, and we should be renaming our stuff. We will soon. You know, just as long as you can keep track, it's alright. So I'm gonna what I'm gonna do to this one is go into piano roll, alright, and I'm gonna create a hi-hat roll. So to do that, I'm gonna highlight this, drag it out to the ending over here, because that's the end of the bar. You know, we don't want it to go over. It wouldn't make sense. Let's see. I want to see where we could chop it into a third step. I think. No, I think it needs to be a third beat. Nope. My bad, guys. It needs to be 6, and that's what I'm gonna chop it into a 6. So let's play this only. Yeah, that's fine. Let's put it in the 4th. And my bad. On the 4th, you know what I mean? That way it's kind of like a roundup thing, or like you know what I mean? And let's clone pattern 5 again, and don't clone pattern 6. And just because it has, you know, the hi-hat roll in it, we don't want to deal with all that. Clone pattern 5, the hi-hats, and realize that your pattern 6 moves up to pattern 7. That's why it's important to name these, but that's okay as long as you can keep going. That's straight. Now let's change this. I want to change this to each 4. Not even each 4, but I'm gonna fill in, you know, the one after this. My bad. The one after hit redone if that didn't work, or Control Alt Z to go back even farther. It's like the further undo button. Control Alt Z. So hold on. Let's play this. Alright, so let's see what we can fill in. Like, let's fill in something that we like. You know what I'm saying? Let's do it to our ear and fill it in. Alright, hold on. Let me highlight this, right click, 2 to 3. Okay, so let's just kind of like keep adding on, you know, like into this pattern, you know. So let's see what I wanted. Alright, I want to add a piano. I want to think I'll add a hi-hat roll here. So I'm going to go into the piano roll again, into this pattern, this specific pattern, and I'm going to change my snap to grid. Now, this is something you're going to always use, your snap to grid. So, you know, you should probably get used to it. Now, let's see. You know, it's just a good idea to get used to it because, you know, you're going to be using it a lot, and it's important to, you know, kind of know what you want to go to right away. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but it's definitely good to know about everything and what it does, really. You know, before you kind of just confuse yourself and mess up your motivation. But anyways, let's see what we want. I don't think I want it that long. I'm going to kind of lower it to 2. I think that's only, you know, what I want them to, a couple squares. Let's chop this. I don't think I want to chop it like that. I want to chop it a little smaller than that, into like a 1/4 of a step or something. Let's see what it does. It might be 2. No, it works. I'm gonna cut out a few of them. There's too many of them. Alright. And you know what I'm saying? So we're kind of just going along as we go. So let's add in another note into here to, you know, I just want to add one more note in here. Let's what I like to do is click, you know, I just like to click on that note. What that does is kind of like copies it to like a clipboard of your, you know, your kind of like clipboards it to your pencil or whatever you want to call it, your draw. But anyways, I'm gonna pull one right here. Alright, I'm just gonna leave it like that. So there's something off about pattern 4 I don't like. First of all, let's shift everything. Let's shift everything. So you know, we can kind of get like the more humanized. Let's get more of a groove going. It don't sound right. It will soon though. You know, we're gonna get everything going soon. Pattern 3 has something not right in it. I'm gonna go here. And it's that. Alright. It was just off beat. It's just I accidentally put it there. So we're kind of hearing it out. I want to go back into pattern 4 and see what's going on here. I think this is a little too late or early. I'm not sure. I think it's this one. Again, that same one that was off. Yeah, it was. Okay, so that was just off a little beat, and that threw off the whole song. So, so we got our kind of basic pattern going, and you know, I'm just gonna kind of copy this down for a few bars. We don't even need it to be this long, but I just like to kind of stretch it out for a while. And we can kind of mess around with a couple different things like this. Now we can kind of go 8 bars ahead and just cut out all these right here, or not all these. I'm sorry. Let's cut out a few of the hi-hats. And it'll, but you know, enough with arrangement. Let's add some chords to this. And I don't even know what I'm gonna add to this, honestly. I'm gonna go into GMS and kind of go over like a maybe like a pad or something, you know, I'm not sure. Let's go over like a keyboard texture. I'm gonna plug in my keyboard real quick, and if you don't have one, that's not a big deal. You can even use your like regular keyboard if you want, but I'm gonna fill in the notes anyways on the MIDI pad, so, or in the piano roll, so you'll be able to tell. Let me plug in my keyboard. Give me 1 second. Alright, so, you know, let's kind of just go over some pads that would sound good on here, and we want to kind of make chords. Something that doesn't sound crazy when it's stacked together. So that was kind of cool what that right there, but I'm not going to use that. Now the chords are gonna drive this beat like crazy, but you know, it sounds. I like that one. I like that one. Let's see how that sounds in context. We could work with it. So let's turn down. First of all, let's turn down the decay. The sustain. Turn down the release. Let's see what a chord sounds like. You know, they're just random chords I'm just playing, but let's, you know, let's plug in some notes into the piano roll. I'm just gonna go by ear, you know, but I'm gonna build chords. So, and again, I'm not gonna name all these chords because, you know, naming chords is kind of like it's kind of like, you know, you don't need to get all up in that. You know, you just need to build what sounds good to use. So, let me go into a new pattern. Let's see what our patterns are at. This is just why we should be naming our stuff. Let's name our stuff real quick. Let's rename our stuff. I'm going to rename everything before I get into 10 or pattern 9. So what I'm going to do is just, you can go right here. Let's right click, hit rename and recolor. Let's call this one, I think we got our kicks and snare in that one. And I'm just going to color something bright. And I'm pretty sure that's... Okay, yeah, so now we got 4 of these, so I'm going to rename and recolor these KS2. Okay. Oh, whoops, Jesus. Alright, hold on. I'm going to name this one KS1, Kicks and Drum 1, color it. This one, KS2. Color it. Oh my god, what the fuck? Dude. KS1. Okay. Hopefully you guys have this by now. Rename pattern 2. Okay, don't do what I'm doing. Whatever you do. Okay, it's why. Like, okay, I'm gonna rename it right here. I don't know why it's doing that. Rename and recolor. KS2. I should have recolored it. Okay. Let's do it right here, because something's going on over there. Okay. KS3. Jesus, we're only at the 3 right. What's going on with me, bro? I'm like tripping. Okay. Okay. And KS4. This stands for kick snare. I'm not spelling that out. Just that's saving us a little time. Now I'm going to rename this one to hat 1. And so on. And hopefully I don't trip out about all this that I'm doing. I keep clicking random shit. Okay. Hat 2. Okay, yeah. Make fun of me all you want, because literally though, this is taking me about like 20 minutes just to like fill in this color. We shouldn't even have done this. I like, this is my problem. Alright. Anyways, no, it's really, really important to name your stuff. Or I mean, recolor your stuff and name it hat 4. Because when you go down the line and it gets crazy complex, you can kind of tell what you got going on. So let's go into pattern 9 and add our GMS finally, which is crazy. Okay. And these are going to be our chords. So I'm going to drag this out to a bar, and what I'm going to do is fill in pattern 9, just one of them, and pull it out for 8 bars and see what we can get going, you know, with this in context. So we're playing it in context. And I want to play higher notes, I think. So I'm playing A minor. See how it sounds. And then I'm just going to kind of go around from there. So the way to count a chord, a triad, excuse me, is to count from the notes down. So we can literally just count out our scales like this. This is a simple way to do it, you know. You know, we can count down. And I saw this on a video on YouTube, and I thought this was the coolest thing ever. But I mean, I already knew this in a sense, but I was using a different way with the scales. So you know, open my eyes a little bit. So I wanted to show you the 7. We can go 7, 6, 5, 4, and that would be our major 3, 2, 1. My bad. Let me restart. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Right? And that would be our major chord triad, a major triad. And this would be a minor triad because this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's the difference. I don't like that exactly. I think I want it to be something else. That's what I wanted it to be. So let me clone this chord over now. I'm gonna build out the triads. I might even make these chords bigger. So let's just kind of keep building out these triads. Alright, I don't like that. I'm gonna go by ear. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And if you notice, I'm staying inside the white keys. You know, I'm not playing any flats or, and I might play a couple flats or sharps. And I think I want it to go back to here. Maybe with an extra, you know, maybe an extra note up in here, but we can go 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and that would be our minor, or 11 for the major. But since this is a major, we could do this. But I'm gonna see how the note down sounds. I just want to see, and I want to throw this lower. I'm gonna throw it down an octave, and it kind of brings it a little bit of like color. And I think I'm gonna lower it down and see how that sounds. Something sounds off, and I don't think I don't think I like that chord exactly. So I'm going to go by ear again. I'm just going to play a note I like and build off it. So that's a good way to do it. And I don't like that. So, let me see what else I can keep doing. I want it to be like a lower note, like a lower. Maybe that'll work. Let's build it out. Hey, that's why it might not work. Maybe it will. I'm not sure. Alright, anyway, it sounds good. So let's clone that over. And let's add some bass notes to it. Or no, let's add. This is what I want to do. I'm going to build out our chords a little bit more. So I'm going to build out them to be ninth chords, I believe it's called. So instead of sevenths, or instead of triads, there'll be four of them. So now this is a major. Let's go 7, 8, 9, 10. And then 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, that sounds good to me. So that's the note I added in right there. I'm just going by ear, kind of, you know. I'm not building really off the scale rules or whatever. Alright, let's leave it at that and see how it sounds. Alright, so I'm going to kind of leave it like that, and they can let that drive our whole entire song. And, you know, I'm just going to kind of, let's keep going with the chords. Or not the melody, I mean the melody. And I want to kind of, we can use the same thing for the melody. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to use the same GMS. So I'm just going to clone this. And then we got another one. Okay, GMS number 2. And it should be at the same thing. And let's see what we can kind of make out of this. So let's go to pattern 10 and go into our piano roll and see what we got. Now I'm just gonna kind of go by ear, you know. I'm just gonna play notes that sound good versus where the chord progression and the beat's going. So I'm just gonna use my ear. There's a lot of techniques to this, but I'm just kind of, you know, this is still, you know, the producer cook up kind of series, so I'm just going by my ear. I think that's what I want. Give it some movement, you know. And let's clone that over. You know, according to what we got here. And I'm not gonna leave it all the way through like that. I'm gonna drop down this. I'm gonna drop that down one, and I'm gonna drop. And what that is right before the wrap up. So you know what I'm saying? So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it restarts to basically 1, 2, 3, 4, restart. So, you know, I'm bad actually. My bad. I literally just explained that wrong. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, restart. Because it's the 4 is the whole bar, and that's where I always confuse myself. I hope I didn't literally just screw anyone up, but I literally always do that to myself. I know probably someone else has the same problem. So let's keep going. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna raise this up. That's a technique in a lot of hip hop. You know, the half step. And we should probably do it out there every 4 instead of, so it's not too repetitive. Let's not even move that one. What we should do instead is move the notes down. I think I'm gonna leave these and move these notes down somewhere else. Let's go up higher maybe. I'm not sure. Let's see how it sounds. I like that one. So I think that's it. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Now what I did, okay, and if you did the same thing, that's alright. Trust me. I accidentally filled it all in on pattern 9. So what I'm gonna do is bring this to pattern 10. What I'm gonna do is hold Control V. Okay, what that does is copy it. Control V. Hit it twice if you need to feel like you did it. Now go to pattern 10. Hit Control C. Or whoops. Maybe I did it backwards. Let's see. Control. So I'm not an expert again. Control C. Let's do it the other way around, and then Control V. And maybe that's okay. So that's what we need to do. Now, literally for the retardation that I cause, a lot of you people probably. Let's go back, and so you highlight this. Control C. I'm gonna do it again. Control C. Up to pattern 10. Control V. And I literally just pasted it twice. But I'm going to hit back because I don't need that. So back. And now we're in pattern 10. We can go back to pattern 9 and delete that. And now we can put that in as pattern 10. I hope that I didn't confuse anyone. Please let me know if I did in the comments. But anyways, we're almost done here kind of. You know, I think this is almost kind of moving, this track. So what I'm going to do is you know, we didn't even mix anything or do anything. We didn't fine tune anything. You know, this is kind of like pretty simple. So this will be the simple producer cook-up kind of type deal. And we'll get into further and further things, you know. Excuse me. You know, and I really want to get into sampling beats because I really like that. But anyways, now I kind of want to do something here. Let's do one thing real quick because I want to go into arranging right now. So I'm going to cut this where that is. And cut this one as well. We could delete them instead. And just clone it over. That's another way of doing it. But I'm just gonna cut it real quick like that. Now what that allows us to do is cut it up and kinda, you know, do whatever we want with it. Let's delete. Let's hit back on that, my bad. Let's cut this too. Let's delete all these patterns. Whoops. Delete all pattern 9s. Okay, if you filled those in. And I'm sorry I'm kind of going a little backwards all over the place with this. But, you know, I'm still kind of in the real world producing. I'm kind of just doing I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not like no robot. I'm straight up doing real production. Or at least basic production right now. To where we can do stuff. You know, we're still doing stuff. But we're still doing it from, like, straight out of nowhere. So this is kind of like the experimental type or side to production. And let's add a bass before, but let's arrange it a little bit better before anything. So what I want to do is take out these hi-hats. Now let's make it a 4-bar intro. What I'm going to do right now is hit time marker, add one, type in intro, and that'll pop up over there. Now we can add one over here and make this maybe chorus or verse. I don't know yet. So I'm just going to kind of leave it in like that. And it's not really, it don't matter, whatever you want to do. But what I want to do is get the intro down. I want to get that, you know, set in stone, kind of. So I think I'm gonna lower all these chords in pattern 9. And since we're all in pattern 9, like there's not a pattern 10 for the chords, there's not multiple patterns. If we just do it in one pattern, it'll do it to all of them. So I'm gonna hit down and see how it sounds. I might not even, no, I'm not gonna do anything actually. I'm gonna leave it. So my bad. I just wanted to hear it. You know what we could do is another technique, but I'm not. I'm just gonna keep going into this. Let's keep arranging. Now we got our chorus and verse. Let's put that in the you know, right here. Let's just focus on that for now. Let's make this now. Here's 5 9. Now that's 8 bars, or that's 8 bars right here. That's 12. So that's 8 and that's 16. So let's make this 8. Let's make this 8 and just call it verse. And rename this one to chorus. That way we don't get too confused. Alright. Now, the chorus is 8 bars long. And it needs to be the same as always throughout the whole song. So, what can we do exactly is let's arrange it to, what I'm going to do is delete this first. I think that first couple, or that first pattern for the, you know, the drums. Let's hear how it sounds. I think it sounds a little too dry without it, honestly. I'm just going to throw it back in there. I'm just kind of rearranging, you know, like how anyone would want to, if they were actually doing this. So if we got 2 and 4 over here, which is weird, kind of. 2 is spread all. Huh, that's alright. Anyways, I'm going to do 1 and 3 back over here. Oh, I see what happened. Anyways. I'm not going to throw the chords in. So I guess that'll be our build up. Now let's kind of go and mix it and kind of do all that stuff. So let's see what we got. Let's throw it in here. Now I'm gonna double click that, throw this in the mixer. Whoops. Throw this in the mixer, right click, channel route, and then route to select the channels. And kind of see what we got. Pull that down because I know it's gonna be loud right away. Now I'm not gonna finish this completely, just for the sake of time and all that. Kind of like, you know, other stuff, you know, I don't need to do everything. This is kind of just like a, you know, but let's add a 808 to it. That's what I want to do, and we can't even do that with the sounds that they give us. So let's go to another GMS, which is kind of crazy how many we have pulled up. Let's go to basses, and there's one I like in here, bass 2. Let me turn down the we can use it as a 808. So let's go to piano roll, fill that in pattern 11. What I want to do is fill in pattern 11 and drag it out around the chorus, not even around the chorus. Let's do it for the verse, and put our marker right here, and we'll fill it in right now. So piano roll. So I got an idea, I think. I don't know if it's gonna be good or not, but I'm gonna delete these first 4 and fill in the 808 for the drive instead of the bass or instead of the kick and the snare. So I'm gonna let the 808 drive it. Let me redo that. Let me clone that over to here. Sorry guys, I'm just kind of Alright, so let's do that instead of sorry, I'm just kind of going over what else we can kind of do with this. So I'm just gonna kind of drag that over here. Again, we can use all these markers to keep what? No, that's fine. We can use all these markers. My bad. We can use all these markers to make the actual song. Drag it out, keep cloning it, arrange it, mix it, and all that. What I want to do is keep mixing it, just a little. So we're around like the 3 decibel mark, kind of a little shooting over. We can go ahead and add a compressor and just see, get the feel of it. Now what this does is you can kind of think of this like, a glue stick, or let's pretend a rubber band kinda, and it pulls everything really close together, or like anything like that, So let me see what's going on here. Let me replace that really quick. Fruity compressor. Okay. I don't know why there's clicks in it. Let me turn up my buffer. That's what I think it is. So let me turn up to 512. All right, let me go back to that now. I thought it was on my master. Was it not on my master? Where was it? Oh, I hit none. That's right. Okay. Or did I? I'm not sure. Let's go back to compressor. All right, and compress this. Now you can think of this as like a glue stick, kind of like a rubber band, kind of. It brings everything together, kind of. It kills the dynamic range. Look, this is what it does basically. If we turn up to 4 to 1, Okay, you can hear what it's doing. So let's turn up the gain. Make sure it's not too crazy loud. We're shooting pretty high, but that's okay. This is an instrumental with no vocals, so you know, this would be a good point to upload it at Snapchat, or not Snapchat, like your YouTube channel or something, you know, right around negative, you know, around there, that area. But since we kind of want to put maybe vocals over it, we'd have to lower that down just a little bit so we can get our vocals squeezed in that that little bit of extra dB room. So we could turn this back down kind of, and make sure we're hitting around 3 at least. It doesn't look like it's too controlled, but that's alright. You know, you'd have to control this more in here. Like, you can see, you can see what hits the highest. Like on the left here, the hi-hat right now is hitting the highest, but when the snare comes back in, well, since I lowered it so low, it's not hitting that high anymore. But and now it's a little bit more controlled, but it would need a little bit more you know, paying attention to. But anyways, let's turn up the gain a little bit and turn down this. Alright, so let's try to spit like something over this. I don't, trust me, bro, if I do bad, I'm sorry. If I don't, cool. But if I do, I'm just doing this because, you know, you gotta get the idea across of a vocal idea when you're doing stuff like this. So you know, let's see what we got. So hey, yep, hey, guess what? Yep, I swear I'm back again, motherfucker. I done said it over and over, man. I can't understand what y'all be doing, so I'm doing my fucking thing. Yeah, I swear to God, I'm pursuing all these dollars and all these things. So catch up for a second. Yeah, catch up for a second. Hey, pay attention, man, I'm T. Yep, pay attention, yeah, it's me. So I'm gone, man, I'm gone. Yeah, so long, motherfucker. Hey, I'm gone. Yeah, so long. Yeah, let's call it, motherfucker. Hey, peace to the motherfucker. Hey, I don't know, that's all I got. Whatever, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? So that's basically it to this right here. I'm gonna call it probably. Thank y'all for watching this T Beats music. Keep watching and stay posted. You know, I'm gonna keep it up. You know, I'm just gonna keep going. This was literally the first episode of the Producer Basics. We used everything FL Studio native. You know, we didn't use anything outside of the lines crazy. You know, like Omnisphere, anything too crazy expensive. So. And that's what I think the best about this is. You can just download this right now and do this. And, you know, even something like this gives you a lot of motivation, you know, something that can keep you, like, if I was just starting out, and even right now, this is showing me that I can actually get something pumping from what we got. So, and it may not be the best, but it's good. It's decent in my eyes. So, thank y'all for watching, you know. I just want to say thank you. So, peace out, y'all. T Beats. Peace.